Right, this is a little retrospective intro and explanation really, and it can be the outro as well. A couple of days ago I noticed the car was down on power. Not terrifically, but you could certainly tell. I got home from work, popped the bonnet, and the sound deadening had dropped, and I thought was blocking the air intake. Seemed a pretty reasonable excuse. Fastened it all back up, went for a quick drive, and it seemed okay. Fast forward to the next day, after a couple of miles, it was down on power again. Made it to work because we were still getting 60 mile an hour out of it. Couldn't really think of anything to do, thought I'll just make it last till the weekend, I'll have a look at it at the weekend. Yesterday, Thursday, really down on power, 40 mile an hour flat out, and it took forever to get there. Really embarrassing drive to work. So asked a few people on Facebook, a lad called Johnny on the Maestro page give me the heads up on definitely fuel starvation. Remembered that I'd had problems with the fuel filter. If you look at an older video, I'll link. I changed the fuel filter and had a nightmare situation with it, so I put the old one back on, and it's been fine since then. Anyway, I've got another brand new filter on now, changed the lift pump. When I took the lift pump off, the fuel intake to the lift pump from the tank was absolutely caked up with black crap. If you imagine what carbon used to look like on top of a piston, it was like that. I had to poke a screwdriver in it to get, you know, fuel through, if you like. So cleaned all that, blew the tank back, and then blew it back the other way, fit it all back together. Took me a while to prime it because obviously there was no fuel in any of the lines. Got it running. It's been sat now for a good hour, maybe longer, just on tick over. It's cycled through the fan coming on, and it's still revving at full speed. So there will be a few bits of video thrown in here in some sort of order, and I'll try and stick some captions underneath so you can see where I was at the time. But until I test drive it, which I can't do now in case it breaks down and I'm at work, we'll have to see. But like I say, it's ticking over and it's revving. That's a lot of smoke in the mirror, if you can see, because it's been sat for an hour. But yeah, we'll just have to see. So this is the beginning and the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it makes sense. Catch you later.
Yeah, go on.
I've just took the lift pump off. This is the feed from the tank. I should have videoed this before. That is the just basically when I took that off, that was caked up with like carbon or dirty shitty. I've just poked a screwdriver in there and it was absolutely full, so obviously fuel restriction. I'm going to take this off now and have a look at that. Right, that's the input output from the tank off. I've just took the fuel filler cap off and blown down there, met with some resistance for a while, then suddenly it sort of went. I'm thinking there was a blockage from the tank. We'll see in a minute. Right, this is the old lift pump I've taken off. It appears to be making a sucking noise when you pull the lever, but like I say, with all the crap that was in that pipe, and I found under this top, I found like a load of black sludge the other day, so I'm going to swap it out anyway. Right, this is with the lift pump change, but I still haven't changed the fuel filter. I really don't want to change this fuel filter, but I think I'm going to have to. I haven't changed the fuel filter yet, but we've still got the thing now. After a lot of messing about, I've put the old lift pump back on because I knew that was working, to be honest. It was absolutely chock-a-block with air. I couldn't get it to pump through, so I just cracked an injector and wound it until it fired up. It's been sitting running now for about 20 minutes. I've washed the engine off. It revs freely on the injection pump now, so it would have obviously failed before now, sitting and reduced the revs. So can only assume, fingers crossed, that it's good. The problem I've got is I don't like to curse things, but last time I changed the fuel filter, it ran okay for 200 miles, then started cutting out, and if you look back at my old videos, you'll see it, no explanation at all. Put the old fuel filter back on, and it's been okay since. So fingers crossed that was just a duff filter and this is okay. Alright, so this is just a little retrospective part. Originally I thought the fault was the sound deadening. You can see that new clip there. This was missing, and this part fell down and I thought was blocking the air intake. So I put a new clip on and glued all this up, and I thought I'd sorted it. As I've said before, it's probably snake oil, but I've banged a carton of that in. Yeah, you're bloody lucky and all. Don't get taking the piss too much.